Hello and welcome to my channel. So this video is going to be slightly different from my regular content, and as the title suggests, it is how your thoughts flow. How do we think? So I'm going to be explaining what I experienced personally about thoughts, how we think, and it's not uh, derived from any book or any person. That's just what I think. So you shouldn't take it seriously. That's just what disclaimer is. But I do leave it. In order to explain, I need to take help from a flowchart, which I'm gonna be sharing on the screen. Just check it out. And somehow it is night. If you notice, there's no light from the window. So anyways, I'm re-recording this, that's why. So looking at the chart on the screen, see, it's on the probably on this side. Okay, at the chart on the screen, you can see apple. That is I'm it is a scenario which I'm explaining to you. Encounter with an apple. What happens when I encounter an apple? What do I think? First, it is smell. See, the smells progression is just one. IDC, I don't care about the smell of the apple when I encounter one. B is taste. When I encounter an apple, I think about the taste. That's what matters to me the most. And the next is color. Although I care about the color, but it is just two progressions. That means I don't care about it much, not as much as taste, but not as little as smell. So let's analyze each one of them. Smell ends at just one progression. I don't care about the smell because I have sinus. That is environmental influence. I have spinus. I mean sinus. It is more genetic. I think I was born with that propensity to develop sinus because my father had it, I guess. Okay, anyways, so I don't care about smell, it ends there. Taste. So taste is first is good and second is bad. If it is good, if I think it is good, then I'll buy it. Progression to buy. And if it is bad, I won't buy it. Progression to don't buy. Okay, so what next? When I think I won't buy this, there are two progressions. Go to the next shop and buy some other apples, or just stay a bit there and judge. So I progress from think to I progress from thinking to what I'm thinking. Okay, then it comes why. This is very important. See, it is just one why, just why, because I don't have any other thoughts in my mind, any other questions. And I mean, any other person would think, why is he scamming me, or how is he scamming me, when whatever. Like they might have many other options, but I just get one question: why is someone like that? Not just about apples, about everything. Why comes to my mind. So from why, it will progress to two more nodes. I'll get the answer. One, I'll develop an answer. He wants to support his family. He or she wants to support his or her family. That's why the person is trying to sell these subpar apples to the customers. Okay. And the second answer would be, whatever comes to the market is genetically inferior. They sell bad apples in this market. And since I'm a pessimistic, the next progression will be, the market is forsaken. I don't want to buy anything from here. And they will like scam me again and again, so better I'll find another market. So the last thought which will come to my mind is, it is not worth it, and I'll move on. Okay, that is a lot of thought for an apple. I mean, I'm just giving you an example. Okay. Then let's analyze the next one, color. Oh my god, my hands are shaking. The color. Okay. First I'll think, first when I encounter the apple, and if I think about the color, this is important. Okay, generally I don't think about color. So if I think about a color, it would be it would be environmental influence. Either I haven't tasted a good apple in ages, that's why I forgot about the taste. Now the color is more attractive to me, or the apple is something unique, or like the color is like really standing out. So this is an example of environmental influence. Okay, so it's, if it is good, then I'll stare at it. That's how I think. If it is good, I'll stare at it. And generally I don't buy these good looking apples because they're overpriced, you know, and I'll just stare at it, and I think that they won't taste good, and I just move away. And if the second option is bad looking, if the even the skin is bad, I won't look at it anymore. I'll just look away. So you might be thinking why there are so many, what do you say, reactions to the same apple, so many outcomes of the same encounter. Okay, people have different reactions to the same object. In this case, I have three. People might have more. Some, like big brained people, might even think about the texture of the apple or the origin of the apple, from where the apple came. So in that case, that is subjective. So I need to explain why do people have different reactions to the same object. For that, I need to show you another drawing, um, which I did. So it is on the screen to your side. Yeah, that is supposed to be a mountain. I drew it, so please don't judge. That is supposed to be a mountain, okay? And the top of the mountain is the ice, and the gray lines which I drew there are ridges. You know, if you see the face of a mountain, there are many ridges. From there, the ice falls, or when the glacier melts, the you know, the stream forms there. That's how it happens. You know, the glacier melts and it will trickle down in a stream in a fixed path, and it will create a permanent. It will create a pretty deep path channel for the river to flow, and whenever the ice melts again, it will follow pretty much the same path. Let's put this into the perspective of our thoughts. So the ice represents our thoughts, you know, the dormant thoughts, the mind. That is pretty much very complex. Let's not get into that. So generally the ice is the mind which holds the thoughts, and the melting represents our thinking. Okay, when we think, the ice melts and the water follows a channel. So the channel which the water flows is generally the deepest and the most comfortable path for the water to flow. All right, so in this case, the middle path, the stream is following the middle path since it is the easiest. Our thoughts take the path which is the most frequented. um, we might have been using the same path since our childhood. It is determined by genetic predisposition, which I was talking there, and environmental influences, which I also mentioned there. I'm explaining it to you. So ridges here represent your genetic predisposition and your environmental influences. See, the ridges are there before the ice was formed, so it represents the factors which were there in your early childhood or before your birth. So the genetic thing is like even before your birth. It is determined before you were born, before you came out of womb. And the environmental influences affect you only when you are immature. That means when you're small. You know, you can't influence a already grown up person. It is really hard. So that is very genius of me, I guess, to put that in that way. Scientists have done research. Don't ask me to like point it out which research they did, just check it out. There are lots of evidences that your biology affects the way you think. So I guess you're done watching that. The mountain. If you want, then you can like rewind the video. I'll explain to you better this way. So the genetic influences are there. Some people are prone to self-harm. Some people are have anger issues. So uh, when a child is small, when the child is growing up, uh, either the genetic predisposition will affect his or her thinking, and the environmental influences like the mother, the father, and the political situation, this education, everything, the friends, they will affect the child's thinking, and the child will think in the same way. So uh, over time, the people, uh, the way they thought in childhood or the way they have been thinking in a long time, that affects their future thoughts too. When they encounter any other object, they are more likely to think in the same way in which they have thought before, or which they think the most of the things. So that is how we develop a mentality, how we develop a mindset, and that is pretty hard to get over. Although there are different means to have a different perspective on life, but it is really hard. Most of the times you won't realize it. Like, that's why the corporates, the businesses have meetings. Even from the ancient times, from medieval times, kings had a council. Kings or queens had a council of ministers, advisors. They had, because each person has a different perspective on the same thing, like the apple. Uh, so that is pretty much the essence of what I'm trying to explain. There are some ways in which people's thoughts change even after having the same uh, course of thoughts, the same stream, the same rage. People do take a different path. That is not change of character, that is a change of uh, a different perspective on things, a different way of thinking. So what affects this is some profound happenings in their life, some traumatic events, or maybe some uplifting events in their life. It's not generally required to be negative, might be positive too. And second, which I know, is meditation, any kind of meditation, and meditation especially enhanced with psychedelics. So let's take the example of the apple again. There are three, as I mentioned, smell, taste, and color for me. And suddenly there might be two more, like texture and origin of the apple. So that's how people have a different perspective on the same thing. I think I have mentioned everything which I know on this topic, how thoughts flow, how we think. That is all. That is the valuable information, according to me, which I wanted to give it to the world at this point. And it is YouTube. Anybody can see if they want to. So that is all for this video. And if you like this kind of videos, please mention in the comments, like just comment it, that you want more of these videos, or just like, better you should comment it, and about what topic you wanna watch these videos, and I'll try to blabber whatever. And see you guys in the next video. Please like, subscribe, and share. Bye bye.